got to the save point.
Tell us about your save point.
It's in the middle of a casino town, and it's kind of hidden in the back for obvious reasons. They don't want to be known as the priest town, but there is a place to save, so I made sure to do that and hit the inn so that when I come back, I can have a full healed party.
Were you staying at the Holiday Inn?
Oh.
Teddy's got jokes.
No, I wasn't.
Hi, guys. Well, if you haven't, let me introduce you to our intellectual discourse today.
We are not starting the episode this way.
Welcome to the
Teddy,
Holiday
that's
Inn.
why.
Let me get that whoop whoop. Beep beep. Running my head through my kitchen. I don't know the lyrics to that song.
I didn't know that was a song.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're doing.
This is what happens when you take a long break from the button mappers and then you come back. Guess who's back? Teddy's back.
Hello, friend.
Teddy's
Alex,
back.
Teddy's back.
Oh, hey.
Teddy's back.
Sorry.
Teddy's back. Banana. So can you tell me about the Chiquita banana?
That was Donkey Kong?
Yeah. I just looked at my bananas today from Trader Joe's, and one had a Chiquita sticker, and I was reminded, oh, yeah, the legend of the Chiquita banana.
Have we started the episode?
Let us know
We
in the
haven't done the
comments
countdown.
below.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. You can't answer a question.
We haven't done the countdown yet.
Okay.
The unnecessary countdown, so it's not official.
Okay.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button
Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle
Jingle
bell
bells,
rock.
jingle bell
Jingle
rock.
bell rock.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells
Alex
rock.
and Spencer and Teddy too. That's the Button Mapper crew. Button Map.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bell rock.
It's a slap time. To slap
crap
on
for-
a discourse.
For a map time.
There's some clue land.
And some
Get your spectrum
columns with
In
a
your columns.
column. It's gonna be a horseback ride.
Even though
Happy
technically
holidays.
This is coming
Okay.
out for Thanksgiving. Where's all the Thanksgiving songs?
Nobody's written one.
Let's
We need to write
start.
one right now.
Okay.
Spencer, you start.
I like turkey
And potatoes
and mashed
too.
potatoes.
Yeah, there we go. Consider it gravy.
Welcome everybody to an episode of the Button Mappers.
Thank you.
Nothing makes any sense. I just got out of bed, and we're here to talk about holiday memories. What's up, guys? Remember memories?
Member memories for members
Yeah,
only.
That's it.
We make exclusive memories with our members. Speaking of members, what else can you become a member of?
You can become a member of the Button Mappers if you click the subscribe button below, and then tell us your favorite holiday memories in the comments below.
Or
Sure you like, and then ring that bell so you can remain a member forever.
What Spencer means to say is pour some gravy all over the subscribe button. Get your stuffing in the comments, and don't forget to skip the cranberry sauce and push the notifications bell. And also grab a turkey leg and head on over to the Button Mappers Discord, sit at our table And we'll pass around the Spotify and the Apple Podcasts to share.
Sounds like a
Yeah, I
Last
actually meant what
Supper to
Alex
me.
said. Yeah.
I prefer ham.
Everything Alex said is what I meant to say.
You prefer ham? What kind of
Yeah.
monster are you?
Turkey farts are not my thing.
Okay.
You don't have to eat the turkey farts.
How does
All
one
right.
eat a turkey fart? I'd love to know. Put it in the comments below. With that being said, we're going
Turkey
to talk
farts.
about our memories with video games on holidays, unless I've misunderstood our question.
That's it.
Okay, good.
Our holiday gaming memories. Woo! It's spooky because I don't know.
Turkey,
Spooky.
the Indians.
I presume all of us have gaming holiday memories. Memories that of the holidays with games.
No.
Yeah, I got a couple.
You say no. You're a liar. You're a liar.
I'm screwed.
I love that we brought this to the table. We're like, okay, let's do an episode about gaming holidays. Like, okay, I got it. And then we get to and he's like, I don't got any. Like as we've already hit the record button. It's just
Yeah.
like
I don't got it.
I've been fully aware of this topic for a month now. And I've been just sitting on it like, what the hell am I going to say today?
Finally, it's game day. He arrives. I got nothing.
Oh, wing it.
Good. Who wants to roll out their memories first?
I'll go.
You said you didn't have anything. You're a liar.
Oh. I have to make
Okay, go
shit
ahead.
up. So you're going to get a creative memory here.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, it was Christmas 1998. And I was not Multimaster, but I'm trying. Because he's usually pretty good at this. And so I remember getting up that day, going down. We had Christmas tree. We celebrated Christmas. I wasn't very religious or anything, but you know, Christmas is kind of a cultural tradition here in the United States. And Mom loves her Christmas trees. You know, she makes sure she goes down and gets the official tree, and it's a pain in the ass to set up. You have to, like, you know, finagle the thing and get it in like the little base or whatever. I mean, I was a kid, so I didn't have to worry about any of this, but it's just annoying because, you know, you had to set it up and everything and take out the ornaments, unwrap them, put them on. And Mom's got like hundreds of ornaments. And yeah, but that didn't matter because it was the day of Christmas, so I didn't have to do any of that. And I don't have a very vivid memory of this, but I do remember getting my first official home console, which was the Nintendo 64.
9.
I can't wait for that one. I haven't gotten it yet, but when it comes out, do let me know. So when the Nintendo 64 was under my tree, I came with 2 games, maybe boxed, maybe not, I don't know. Pokemon Snap and Zelda Ocarina of Time. They were my first 2 games that I ever owned. It's not my first time playing the 64, but it was my first time owning these games. And I remember playing Pokemon Snap with my dad, and he loved it because he's not a gamer. He doesn't, you know, he had played stuff from like whatever, the 70s and the arcades. Like he knew about Pac-Man, and that's it. That's where his gaming memories stopped. But we played Pokemon Snap together, and we just had a hoot and a holler, and we loved it. You know, taking pictures of Pokemon and just finding out all the secrets. And, you know, it was a Rails game, so a lot of it is kind of just does it for you. But it was just a really enjoyable experience to play with my father. Now, later that night, I had started Ocarina of Time on my own, and it's actually one of the reasons it's so impactful for me. I loved exploring the terrain, the forest. It was very magical and enchanting, especially for a first video game ever. Happy holidays.
You could thank Santa for your love of Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I thank
when
my
you think
mom,
of-
but, you know, Santa's a good second. Is my dad
When
actually
you think of-
Santa?
When do you think of like Christmas? Do you think of Zelda? Like, is that something that comes up in your head?
No.
It makes
I don't
sense.
know. When I think of Christmas now, I think of shit. I gotta get a lot of presents for people.
It's no longer about Zelda.
It's now about capitalism.
He's gone corporate.
It's become about Gears
Maybe-
of War.
Maybe if you get everybody a copy of Ocarina of Time, it'll be about Zelda again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how this one has to end. It'll just be like you on like Santa's sleigh above New York, just going, enjoy Ocarina, and just throwing Ocarina of Times out to the masses below.
Yeah, we could replace like all the movie clips where Santa is like riding a sleigh over New York and like dropping gifts with the doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo theme song.
Yeah. It'll just be you and Epona.
I only have a PlayStation.
Well,
deal
too
with
bad.
it, bitch.
It's what you get.
Let's completely disregard Pokemon Snap because Zelda is the only thing.
Oh yeah, you can throw Snap too.
You want like Pokemon crap.
We're like Pokemon Snapchat
Oh.
because of how viral it is.
That should have been the new one. Pokemon Snapchat.
Snap and chat, same time. Taking sexy pictures of Pikachu.
Yeah. Showing Pikachu's OnlyFans.
Uh-huh.
It's a good
Tells
memory
you.
though. You've told me about playing Snap with your dad before
Mhm.
on Christmas. Seems like a wholesome memory.
Yeah, we love it. We play it. We've played it again since then. You know, multiple times. That's one game he'll always be willing to play. That and Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's what I'm talking about, Broseph.
You want me to go next?
You want to go next?
I want you
Sure.
to go next.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay, I'll-
Spencer.
You've
do the
received
next one.
confirmation.
Lay it on top
Spencer
of
going next. Confirmed.
Yes, thank you. This one is actually pretty recent. It's probably like 3 years ago, maybe something like that. It was a really lazy Christmas, which is fine. But it tends to be like with Christmas we'll do stuff in the morning, and then like the rest of the day, because my girlfriend likes to sleep. She gets woken up pretty early for that, so she likes to go back to bed, and I'll just chill and play video games, but like on the bed. And I beat Final Fantasy IX for the first time, like 3 or whatever years ago, which I'd gotten almost to the end when I was younger and like actually had a PlayStation during the PS1 era, or at least the end of it, but I never beat it. So it was really cool to actually see the end credits and beat the game. And I was just laying in bed, and took me probably an extra 3 or 4 hours from where I was. But yeah, I monstered through it. And then, I just remember that. And I think we did on different days, but in my memory, it ties to like a light show that we went to. Pretty sure that was a different day, but it all kind of blends together. So it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so when you think of Christmas, do you think of Final Fantasy?
No, I actually think of Donkey Kong Country 2.
That's a good one.
But I think I already told that story, so trying to come up with a different one.
Okay.
You can tell it again though. It's the holiday episode. We're all gathered around the table.
What table?
Spencer's gonna pass me the mashed potatoes.
Table of ranking.
Uh,
We're gonna
I
rank
can't
our
fit- Are we on
holiday
the-
memories.
Are we at the table of ranking of legend?
It's too small for Thanksgiving.
The
We
table
get like a plate on
League.
the table.
Well, I'll
legend.
just dig in.
Yeah, one plate on the table of ring.
Hey
We have to
Spencer, can
share,
you
you
pass
guys.
your Final Fantasy memory?
There's one
I hate it.
deviled egg for all of us to eat.
Yeah, pass me your snap. I'd like to try that.
Do the Nintendo Switch snap.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. I actually have two, but I'm gonna parse them out here and just do one. I'll talk about the other one later. The one that's most important to me. So I come from a family of gamers. My family's pretty big in the games. So it's not uncommon for Christmases and whatever else to be centered around us playing games and stuff. But one that was really like memorable for me was I can't remember what year, 2006, 2007, one of the two. I got the Nintendo Wii, and I've told the story before, but I'm gonna tell it again. And the Wii was this was a very memorable Christmas because at the time the Wii was a pretty hot commodity. Everybody wanted that damn thing. I mean, granted, after everybody bought it, it's gonna collect dust after they play bowling and Wii Fit for an hour. But at the time, everybody wanted the damn thing. So it was really hard to get your hands on. I remember my parents. I told them I wanted the Wii, and they were like, "We'll do our best." And they had come to me at the beginning of December and said, "Hey, we weren't able to get you the Wii." And I was like, "Oh, I understand. It's hard to get right now." So that Christmas, I'm like, I wonder what they got me. And I go down and I open my gift, and it's the fucking Wii. And I was like, "You lied to me. you did get the Wii." Turns out at the time, my grandfather worked at a Kmart, so he helped him get one. So that Christmas, I remember we set up the Wii. I had gotten like Smash Bros, Sonic and the Secret Rings, which had a party mode, the Rayman Raving Rabbids game, and I think like a Cranium game or something. But I just remember we set up the Wii, and honestly, we played a shit ton of Wii Sports that day, but it was just like such a fun experience because that was the first console that was like that I had that was centered around like just like casual like play like that. Most consoles like the PS2 or whatever, it's like put in the game and you're playing God of War or something and you blah, blah, blah. But with the Wii you can kind of pass around the Wiimotes and have a fun time with that. And I don't know, I just have a lot of great memories from that Christmas of us just having a fun fucking time playing the Wii. So even though I don't really go back and play the Wii as often now, the Wii will always be in my heart because of that holiday.
That's touching. It's good to know we will always be in your heart.
Yeah.
I always imagine that's what people do when they got a Wii. Even back then, it's like they'd get a Wii, like the casual user would get a Wii, and then everyone would play Wii bowling and like Wii baseball or whatever, and then they'd all high five, and then they would never touch that thing ever.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I played the shit out of that Wii, but like I'm talking, like I went to so many people's houses after like that holiday and stuff, and it's like their parents got a Wii, their grandma got a Wii, whoever got a Wii, and I never saw anybody play it. It's just always like I went to my aunt's house one time in Florida, and she has no reason to own any video game. That is not up her alley. She had a Wii. And I was like, "Why do you own this?" And she was like, "I don't know." She's Filipino, so she was like, "I don't know. This is fun." And I was just like, whatever.
That's crazy. Nintendo did caught some kind of lightning in a bottle with that, and from a marketing perspective.
Absolutely, but in
crazy.
terms of like just like family fun, that was pretty. I don't want to say innovative, but like that was a pretty fun console just to like, you could bring anybody in and be like, "Hey, come try this game where you just got to move your arm," and I don't know, it was fun. I think now, if my parents got me a console and it was like that gimmicky and you just gotta like shake a stick to do something, I'd be like, "Yeah, this is stupid." But back then it was like, I've never seen this before.
It was a real revolution.
So I'm throwing Wiimotes from my sleigh.
They really televised the revolution.
People in the eye. Ah!
Did you guys break any TVs?
No.
Never.
I mean, not with Wiimotes.
How about you, Spence? Have you ever broke a TV?
I did.
with the
I did
Wiimote?
actually.
No, he doesn't.
Not with
he
a
doesn't play
Wiimote.
the Wii.
Yeah.
He's not in the
No,
Wii club.
This is just a shitty story, but I in my old setup at my old house, I had a boom mic,
Hmm.
and it was I'm very bad. I'm very unorganized, as you can probably tell just by looking at my camera right now. Is I just have stuff lying like I have literally like a workout machine right behind me that isn't put together that I have to maneuver out of the way of just to sit here.
Mhm.
But I had like a weird setup in this room that I tried to turn into like my gaming networking office, I guess. And it had a TV that I had just bought. It wasn't the most expensive TV, but still, I just bought it. And I had a boom mic that sat on a desk that was like held in place by like wires or something. And then one day I was done recording and I bumped into the boom mic and everything was so like delicately in place. And I bumped into it and it fell and just smashed into my TV, like right on the screen. The whole thing was busted. And I just got it maybe like 2 months prior or a month prior. It was really bad. But yeah, I'm pretty clumsy. Wasn't during the holidays though.
Clumsy Spencer.
It was just
You could've
another
lied
day
and
with gaming.
Yeah.
You could have lied and said it was during the holidays. Like, oh, it was
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
it was
morning.
on Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
From gaming holiday to gaming hell day.
So, question, and this relates to my other story. Do you guys like, whenever you were younger, I guess, or I guess it doesn't really qualify now, but like for whatever breaks you would have for holidays, would you put like games towards those memories? Like, would you say like that's what you would like want to do? That's what you did when you were a kid? Was like, oh, I have the week off for this holiday break. Like, I'm totally playing this game or something of that nature.
When I was younger, no, because my dad wouldn't let me play video games for long stretches.
Mm.
He was an alcoholic, and he would not let me be inside the house very long. So he would constantly be pushing me out to like leave. So I guess so he could drink. I don't know, but he was very anti any of that. So no, I couldn't. As a kid, no. As an adult, maybe, but I think it's less impactful then.
Mostly birthdays, not holidays.
Mm.
Just
So
because
that's a holiday.
holidays are mostly about like family and fun and festivity, and I would have preferred a lot of times to be playing video games than to hang out with my family. In fact, oftentimes I would retreat to the room and go play whatever. But now that I'm older, it's a little different. Being in a relationship and stuff. You put yourself towards the other person, and so quite frankly, I don't invest as much into gaming as I used to when I was younger, and I'm okay with that. Like I understand.
I remember there was one Christmas break whenever I don't know, I had to have been in like early elementary. That what I did, when we weren't like doing family stuff or like I wasn't like visiting people's houses for holidays, what I did when I was home was I played the original Ape Escape, and that Christmas break, I 100% completed that game, like, which is honestly a tough thing to do because there's a lot of like after you finish the stages, you have to go back and there's still like monkeys to find and stuff. And I remember I did like that was one of the first games that I just like completed 100%, and I don't know why I've always held on to that memory. I have memory because we lived in a very small house. I have memory of me being back in my bedroom playing that, and my mom, she loves Christmas music, which is I fucking hate it because I heard it so much like growing up. So like I have like certain Ape Escape stages I have associated with certain Christmas songs now because I remember playing them so much, looking for the monkeys while these songs were playing. So it's like, yeah, the inside of this dinosaur for some reason in my brain is like associated with Last Christmas. Like, okay, okay, it's very strange, but I don't know.
Right.
That's something I did that like was kind of impactful for me.
I love Christmas music. I love everything about Christmas, so I won't have you besmirching it like that. But
I just heard so much Christmas music growing up. I just fucking hate it now. Overexposure.
Bottom 5 Christmas tracks. Go.
Bottom 5. Ooh, that's a toughie. Okay, we gotta put Mariah Carey on there.
No,
Plays
Graduated,
everywhere.
from
I love
my
that
area.
song.
Plays everywhere. I won't put Last Christmas on there. I actually like that song.
Last
I
Christmas.
would put that on there. I think that's a clumsy song. I don't like it.
You're a clumsy song, Spencer. Now we're
True.
fighting just like at the real Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. Everyone always says that they're like Thanksgiving. All the families get in fights. I've always spent it with like a big family, and we've never gotten in any fights on a Thanksgiving. I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
me either.
What? Sounds like there's some deep issues with some families out there.
Okay. I know there was one Thanksgiving because we did Thanksgiving at my house growing up. We always had like assigned holidays, and Thanksgiving was ours. So I know there was one Thanksgiving that we started. We had dinner and stuff. And I don't know what happened. And I got like really fucking annoyed. So I just went to my room and I just watched. I don't know why this is what I was watched, but I watched The Punisher Warzone. While eating my Thanksgiving dinner, I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm going to my room.
And then your parents like walking, like, "Are you okay?" And then they see you watching. He's like, "Oh, he's watching Punisher."
He's watching Punisher
Yeah.
Warzone. We gotta get out of here. No, it was just like I don't know what happened. I think it was probably like something to do because like I have a cousin that's 2 years older than me, and she's better now, but because we're older. But when I was a teenager, she was a bit of a she was a single child and got everything her way and stuff, and was always like, I have to hand out the Christmas gifts, or I have to do this. I don't know. I think she did something that day that like pissed me off, and I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened. But I decided to watch Punisher Warzone because what else do you do on Thanksgiving but watch Punisher Warzone? The dumbest movie. He punches somebody through their face in that movie.
As you would.
Stupid. Stupid. So I guess my next question would be, do you guys like obviously when we're kids probably, yeah, but do you guys still like associate like gift giving with video games? I mean, when we're younger, we all want like a new Xbox or something, so that's how kids are. I want the PlayStation 6. It's not even out. Santa can make it.
What do you? I don't understand the question.
Like whenever you're like buying gifts or looking to even like receive a gift. If I say, "Hey Spencer, I'm sending you a gift," do you in your mind do you still associate that stuff with video games in some sense? Like, are you like, I hope it's a video game, or do you like, I hope it's socks?
I could always use some good socks. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's what I knew I was getting old, because I'm the oldest of this group here, and that's what I knew, because I was like, I remember I was going into a Christmas, and I was like, holy shit, I could use some socks right now. And I was like, oh my god, did I just say that? Like, that can't be right. But I did. Like, with video games, usually if I want a video game, I'll just get it.
Yeah.
At this point, at this stage in my life. So for me personally, I'm not always looking for. I'm just curious what people would ever send me, because I'm just not that kind of guy. But with giving, it's hard because gaming is so different for kids now. Like I've got a nephew that is a gamer, quote unquote. But it's not like I would just send him a PS5 game or a PS4 game or a Switch game, because like they're into like Minecraft and like weird games that they can get into because they're free. So like you have to give them like currency for those games. It's very, very different. It's not like you can just give them a game and that's what they want.
For me, it's a no. Just as far as giving. As far as getting, I usually put 1 or 2 games on my list for my mom or my girlfriend, but to get me. But the other way around, it's just not the culture here. Like it's a different mindset, and I'm okay with that. And that's why I tend to invest most of my own money into getting games, etc. If there's something around a release date I want, I'll go ahead and get it anyway. SMT5, by the time this goes up, will have been out. I will have gotten it. What was the other one? Metroid Dread. I went out and I bought that. So some of that's just the hype around the game at the time, and I think a lot of that back in the days as kids is like you don't have your own money, so yeah, you did need the holiday excuse to get it, but it's just part of being a grown-up, I guess, is not having that. You can get games, so you get games.
That is true. I think part of it was that the fact that like now I could just buy a game, so it's like, oh, whatever. But also like whenever I was a kid, like at least the internet wasn't available in the same capacity it was today. So like there's times where I wouldn't even know things existed. And then I'd be like, holy shit. Like I remember I got, one Christmas I got the DS Lite. And I was super excited for that thing. And I knew I was getting, Phantom Hourglass and Pokemon Pearl. But I also got, Sonic Rush. And I was like, what? There's a Sonic game? And I was just like, my little brain was fried because I was just like, I didn't know this was a thing. And then same thing happened with I got the DSi a couple years later whenever that thing came out, and I got the port of Resident Evil 1 on the DS, and I was like, there's a Resident Evil game on the DS because I was like super in Resident Evil at the time. So yeah, I think also now just the overexposure to video games has also kind of ruined that. Like if somebody gets me a game for Christmas, I mean I'm thankful and I'm like cool, like I'll play it, I'm happy, but like there's never that moment of like, what? It's always like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to play this. Oh yeah, this is cool.
I agree with that, and that kind of ruining kind of like the gift giving or getting experience, especially for the younger generation. And then another thing that I think really soils it is like just with the new generation, it's like get me a PS5 or nothing, or I hate you forever, or you're like you screwed up this Christmas. How can you hold that against me when, and this hasn't happened to me personally as far as for other people, but I've seen it, in person too, and it's like especially how can you fault me for something like for what do they call those things, bots buying out consoles online when they release? Or going into a store and not being able to get something. It's just, that's not a thing that I think I've ever seen in my lifetime before. It's like where things get bought out so quickly until probably starting with like around the Amiibo generation of Nintendo stuff, where I just saw like, becoming the hot commodity and purposely understocked. I don't know why the PS5 was understocked, but, and then using that as a basis, it's almost just illogical and like you're just being set up for failure at that point. So.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I did see some of that during the Wii, because like I said, the Wii was there for the first year or so. It was a pretty hot commodity as well. But still, I never felt that way as a kid. I mean, there was Christmases when my parents flippantly told us like, "Hey, we're not going to be able to do too much. Don't expect like a console or anything fancy." I'm like, okay, then I got maybe like a game or two and whatever else, small gifts. But I was still happy with it because I'm getting something. Like when you're a kid, it's like. I don't know, like my mentality whenever I was a kid, like I don't have money. I don't have a way to get this stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like I'm just happy to get something. And so
yeah,
to be a kid and be like, you didn't get me a PS5, fuck you. I'd be like, but get it yourself then.
Sure.
Well, and I think it's a little bit like as a kid it makes sense, but as an adult it's a little bit dangerous to try to jump into somebody's hobby and give them something from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if my mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get Spencer a video game this year,"
yeah,
I'd be like, "Please."
Balan Wonder World.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Simpsons. Do you guys remember the Simpsons with Bone Storm? And all the kids wanted Bone Storm. It was like Mortal Kombat. And then Marge got him a gift for Christmas, and it was like some professional golf game. Like
yeah,
golf
yeah,
game.
I remember that.
And it just reminds me of that every time. And it's like it's happened very, very rarely, but it has happened where somebody, out of the goodness of their heart, they got me a game for Christmas. And it's like I asked what the most popular game was, and they said Call of Duty, and I was just like, oh, thank you. It's like I would just much rather. It just if somebody has a super hobby and they're an adult, like they clearly have done their research so that they like what they like, and it's very dangerous to get me a gift at this point unless you really know me. Like for that.
I guess like at least like close family, I don't really have that issue because like I said, my parents are into gaming, so they're pretty keen on like what I like and stuff. But I've definitely had a few of those moments where like my mom saved me. Like she'll be like, whenever she ran a daycare for a long time, and sometimes the parents would get us gifts. I don't know, just I guess just be nice. And my mom one time, the parents was like asking my mom, she was telling me, was like, hey, what is Alex like? I was like, oh, he plays video games and stuff. I was like, oh, so what do you like, this Call of Duty shirt or something? And she would, and she was like, no. He was like, he likes I don't know, like Pac-Man or Mario, like that kind of stuff. He was like, oh, okay. And I don't think they got it. I think they got me like a GameStop gift card or something. But I definitely had that experience where I was like, thank God you said something, because like I don't want to be like, thanks for the Call of Duty shirt, and then like go hang it up in my closet and be like, oh, I'm not wearing that.
Yeah.
Memories, holiday memories. Yeah.
You said you had another holiday memory, right, Alex?
The Escape one was my other one.
Oh, that was the other. Okay.
Yeah, because that was my other Christmas break. I mean, like I said, I've been a part of a generation of gamers my entire life. So I've had quite a few, but like, I think that also kind of ruined part of it as well, because it's like, well, I usually get video games for Christmas. So.
Yeah. Well, just last Christmas for me, I had a pretty cool experience. I got the Razer Kishi. I asked for it for Christmas. My girlfriend got me that. He's gonna hold up again. He's holding up a thing to a camera that the viewers at home will not understand. But yes, that thing you're holding up.
Well, the last time we did a Thanksgiving, we did use the video footage. So.
Oh, we're using the video footage here?
Okay. That's up to Alex. So. Not that he would
Don't
be
tell
editing this or anything.
Yeah. Then in that case, you will potentially see the Razer Kishi that he was holding up.
Technically, all editing responsibilities are due to our editing manufacturer, Bob, over in
Okay. Praise Bob.
NorCal.
Bob the editor.
But yeah, I got that, and so I spent as soon as I opened it, I opened it, and then we're all just like chilling. They're eating, and we're at my house. So I have the flexibility to leave the table and just try to set it up with as many different things as I can. So I pretty much ignored my family and just started like, does it work with the Stadia? Okay, it does. Does it work with the DS emulator? Yes, it does. Does it work with the game? Like I'm just running through all my stuff, testing it.
Dude, that was me whenever I got the DS. It was like, I don't think I spent the rest of that day with anybody. I just was like, playing the DS, because it's like the most non-social type of console. So it was just like cool, and I was just like off in the corner playing Pokemon Pearl or something.
You're like hissing at people passing by. Hey, we got some cranberry. Oh,
I actually remember my parents were like, "Hey, we want to go visit your aunt. She lives like across town," and I was just like. Like I wanted to play my DS.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was like, okay. But I don't know, man. Video games, holidays. What do you guys excited for the holidays? We're recording this like at the beginning of November. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Christmas is my favorite time of year, and I include Thanksgiving as Christmas time because fuck Thanksgiving. I'm just all about Christmas. We're about to set up our tree and decorate the house.
You're not
I'm pumped. No?
When is about? At the end of the month?
Like now?
Oh my God.
And it'll stay up until probably February. I'm the Bill Doe tree. And for King of the Hill, where he wears the Santa like all into like June.
If you see Spencer in any Button Mapper community videos with the Christmas tree in the background, now you know why.
Yep, it's up for like 4 months out of the year.
Holidays stress me out, so no.
Stress you out.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
just all the gift giving and stuff.
No, not necessarily. Because I tend to like giving and etc. I'm not that close with my family, so I don't know.
we're your family, Teddy.
I'm not spending Thanksgiving with you guys.
Oh,
Oh, crushed.
oh. I thought that's what we were doing right now.
Yeah, we're sitting around the table of ranking.
Oh, right. I thought it was too small.
It's too small to eat,
We're-
but not to share.
I'd rank
making
this
it
one a
work.
cranberry out of roast.
Yeah, we have one
Ham.
single can of cranberry
Honey
sauce and
ham.
a spoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Just digging out.
Just digging
This will
out.
be a meager holiday.
It might be the way that the shipping stuff's going right now. I don't really know what's gonna happen this Christmas.
Mm.
But I just I like how happy the world seems, even if it's like commercialized and fake.
Mhm.
I just like the Christmas going on, the Santa's everywhere, the jingle bells. I think
Mm.
it's fun. And also, it's also worth noting that in Arizona, it's like the nicest time of the year where you
Mhm.
can like walk around outside all the time, even in the hot sun, because it's not that hot, and
Yeah.
you can just enjoy it. It's like the most beautiful time of the year, and then as soon as March hits, it becomes a desert again.
Mhm. I don't know. For me, I just see it as like very superficial and like, especially because it's become cultural, Christmas, and I have nothing against that, and that's fine. But I have no religious, like, I consider myself agnostic, and so like, I don't like, it doesn't matter. I don't see like the cross on my trees or anything, but like the entire concept of the holiday is around Jesus, etc., and I just don't care. And I like being good and giving gifts and all that, but
I consider.
I think a more important day to me, one with more significance, is a birthday or an anniversary.
Mm.
I attribute more personal identity to that. Christmas is just a fake opportunity to sit around with family that you haven't seen in so long, because like it's just, we're only here because it's the holiday, and everybody secretly wants to go home, and you all hate it. So I'm jaded. I'm Terry in this one.
My God. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm agnostic too.
And by the way,
I don't
Terry,
believe in
if
any
you
of
like
that.
holidays, that's totally fine. I'm putting words in your mouth, but
I think it's safe to do that, but yeah. But no, I agree. I'm agnostic as well. I don't believe in the religious part of it either, but I do think people just need some time to be like it's almost, you could almost like not even call it like there's a Mother's Day and a Father's Day. You could just call it like a family day
mhm.
instead of like Christmas, and it'd be the same. And I'm sorry to hear that you think people want to be somewhere else. I don't get that, but I guess it's possible. I never
Yeah,
thought of it that way.
I don't experience that. I consider myself agnostic because I love eggnog. But I don't. I'm not religious either. But we always love the holidays though. Just because I don't know, it's a sense of camaraderie for us, and just something special. Every Christmas I spend with my parents and my sister every year. I don't care if I'm dating somebody or not. That's just a rule. Is that like that's like the one day out of the year that I can guarantee you I'm going to be with my family, and we usually have like a tradition of like we'll like exchange gifts on Christmas Day, and then on the 26th we will go shopping. That's always a tradition of ours, is to go to the stores after the day after Christmas and when things are going on sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was always
Yeah.
a big tradition for us. So like I said, I'm not religious either, but that's always been.
My girlfriend's family has better holiday traditions than mine does. And I won't, go too into detail about that or her side of the family. And, I definitely love being there with them. As an example, this is an anecdote from my dad, right? And he married into my mom's side of the family. he they do like the Secret Santa or whatever. It's like and my mom is of a family of like 9 brothers and sisters, and so when he got a gift for somebody, he really put some thought into it. And the first gift he got when he did this for Secret Santa from one of the aunts or uncles was a best of CD album of Billy Joel's greatest hits. Okay, now my dad
That's phenomenal.
doesn't like Billy Joel. He hates Billy Joel. Okay, and so I've kind of inherited that from him. So that's one. The next year, he does the same thing, Secret Santa. He gets in there, and so they, he gets them the person a good gift, and then he gets another copy of Billy Joel's greatest hits. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like, okay, maybe they didn't know or something. It happens again, 3rd year in a row. So he's like, okay, this must be a fucking joke or something, because they're like, this is like the ultimate diss, like, like the fucking new entry to the family. It's not exactly welcoming or something. It's like, because they're all laughing and playing cool, but they're secretly getting him a CD, knowing that he doesn't like this shit. Yeah. And so the next year, when he's on Secret Santa, he says, fuck it, and he gets a Billy Joel's greatest hits for them. So, but it's just about like my side of the family.
So it was determined that they were pranking him, right?
It must have been, this is hearsay, so
right.
Put as much stock in it as you want. But, and my dad, when he was previously married, that family was like even worse. Like I wouldn't even tell you stories about that. I don't know them personally, but it's just kind of like to understand where my perspective is on this. Like I just don't feel like my family really cares that much about who I am. They more care about status and stuff like that. And so like they don't really see the human being. And so I've never had the value of family in ways that you guys might.
Oh,
so
it's
holidays. I'm celebrating myself, man, and me. But the good side that's come out of all of this is my appreciation for my girlfriend's family, and I've always loved my parents. My parents naturally are very thoughtful and caring, but it's just not reciprocal when it comes to my family.
Yeah, I always took for granted because I've always had a huge family as well because we're Hispanics. We mate like bunnies. And so we would always have Christmas Eve big parties, and there's like hundreds of people there. And I tend to know most of them. Nowadays, it's less so. But my grandpa just died, and we had COVID, so the last couple times it hasn't really existed. But I forget that not everybody has that. And some people don't have any family, like, or really like that they can visit because maybe they're like a crack house or something. Mm-hmm. So there's so many different experiences for Christmas. So I do understand, like, everyone's got their own view on it, and it's, for better, for worse, it's just how it is. But yeah, mine has always been super, super nice. And, you just sometimes forget that not everybody has that experience. I don't really know where I was going with that. I forget about that sometimes. Man, we don't talk about video games anymore. This is a different podcast.
It's the holiday episode, whatever.
What I don't want is people to pity me because of it, and clearly there are people whose situations are much worse, and I would just want to acknowledge for anyone in the audience that that's okay, that you can create your own memories with holidays as you see fit. They don't have to be awful and heinous, or hateful, and I don't think mine necessarily are. I think of them as superficial, and for other people it has more value. For Alex, for Spencer, and I think that's okay. And there are people from multiple fronts of life, but I wouldn't want to be imposed on, like, how dare you not like Christmas? Fuck you.
Well, it's funny too because you guys are like, we're talking about Christmas memories. Specifically, we started with the idea of Christmas memories involving video games because we're a video game podcast. But a lot of my memories are negative about video games. Because, like I said, my dad was not into video games at all. He was like completely anti-video games. He hated that I liked them. And so every Christmas, I'm like wishing upon a star as a stupid kid. And I'm like, oh, I hope that they break down and they get me a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation for Christmas. And I wouldn't get anything. Mm-hmm. So really, a lot of my relationship with video games is negative for Christmas. I didn't even think about that until you brought that up, Teddy. So.
Memories. But I want to know the audience's holiday memories. Good, bad, the ugly. Just put them in the comments below. I tend to, I have a big family, but I don't associate with a lot of them just because, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, we're blood, so I have to care about you. Like, if you don't show any sort of, compassion or, want for my well-being, I'm not going to give a shit. So my family is like my parents, my sister. I stick pretty, tight knit. Because I'm not gonna play it up. I see somebody at like a family reunion, they're like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen you since you were a kid. How you been? I care so much about you." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You haven't talked to me in years." So, yeah. So when I say family, I mean my tight circle that I keep. That's my family, or my friends are my family. I don't. Aunt Susan, who I haven't seen in 3 years, whatever.
You know why else this is depressing? You guys have siblings. I have half siblings, and I'm not close with any of them.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, because I always had somebody, because I'm a twin, so I'm like super tight theoretically. So yeah, that makes sense.
The idea that we could start an episode of this show and it could be your twin terrifies me.
We're not identical.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
I got the looks.
No, we saw your twin in that video response you did for the button mappers.
Oh yeah, we are identical.
64 versus PlayStation.
We are identical. We're just a slightly different tint.
It was Mario Sonic.
Hey,
actually.
dude.
I think that was the one. I think it was the Mario Sonic one.
I couldn't remember.
It was the one you and I did the pitch for. Yeah.
Well, this was a very psychological, in-depth look at our memories with gaming holidays. Oh, did you guys want to do a table of ranking of holidays?
Rank the holidays? Fuck yeah, dude. We should. We can clip this shit. How do we rank the holidays? Let's count them down.
Starting with January 1st, New Year's Day, beginning of the lunar calendar.
Really, New Year's Eve counts, right? New Year's Day is bullshit.
Do you want to go backwards?
No, but I'm just saying. Like,
starting with New Year's Eve.
Good parties. Good parties. I probably put New Year's Eve at like I put it at a B. It's like happy to celebrate.
Is the top S tier? Are we doing it that way?
Yeah, top to be S. It could be S, A, B, C, D, and F.
G.
I will put it as a C. I would have put it as a B or something, but it's really known for its parties and late night shenanigans, and I'm old and I like to sleep, so I'm going C.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll go C.
B. It's B for me.
Okay. Next up is Christmas.
Oh, we're going backwards. Got it.
Right.
Christmas is going at an S. I love Christmas, so.
Teddy, did something change on your end, audio-wise?
Yeah, you're loud. We can hear your inner thoughts.
There you go. How about now? You know what it is? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, but I can't hear you guys. That's weird. Output device. Input device. Say something. Great episode, guys.
Technical difficulties. I hope we can figure this out. We have another Discord to do today.
But if we want to clip out how we ranked New Year's Eve, we can do that.
We rank New Year's Eve.
Okay, bye.
Hold on, wait. We're not done yet. I'm going to tell Teddy to tell us a joke. Teddy.
Knock knock.
Who's there? I have to be very animated.
It's a me.
Who's a me?
Me who?
Oh, I'm me who?
Me need to go. See you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.